All right, here with Maury head football coach Dyrri McCain as the Commodores beat the Highland Springs Springers 38-7 to move to 2-0 overall, 17 consecutive wins. Coach, pretty loud statement tonight. We know what Phoebus did from the 7-5-7 defending state champ last week, and you guys were so close to a shutout. 320 yards passing by your quarterback. Your defense was lights out for almost the entire 48 minutes. What's your feeling after this game? Happy but not totally satisfied, or something else?
No, I mean, we're happy with the win. I mean, just like anything, I mean, we had a zero that we wanted to keep on the board, and defense itself didn't give that up. But we know we'll make that correction. But just like anything, man, any time that we've won, we've learned something from it. Any time that we've lost, we've learned something from it. So we'll learn from it. We'll get better from it. And, we're happy. We got the win. We came up here and did what we were supposed to do. It was no surprise. We came up here to do what we were supposed to do. But we would have liked to not give up that touchdown for sure.
I know you preached to your guys about being selfless and sacrificing while you're ballyhooed, top 150 recruit going to Clemson. Ari Wofford has to play on the offensive line tonight. Right tackle, you have a couple guys missing on the front. He also scoops up a fumble, runs it into the house. What's it say to have a guy like that do that in a game of this magnitude, play right tackle and do what he did?
Well, that's who Ari is. I think people talk about like his ability and his length and his size, and I get all that. But I don't think enough gets talked about like who he is in the classroom, his academics, who he is as a person. He obviously showed today that he was a selfless guy. Which is why plays go your way when he gets that fumble touchdown. That's what happens when you want to be a teammate, when you want to be a team guy. Blessings happen for you, good things happen for you. So that's what I think happened, and he's a ball player, so he finished the play.
And when you dedicate yourself and you're playing opposite the guy wearing 66 tonight, not number 0, it's Leslie Hines with 8 tackles, 5 for loss. He, I think, forced a fumble. We spoke about it last year. He's the most underrated guy defensively on your team, maybe the whole state, the way he's playing.
No question. Leslie was our defensive MVP last year for a reason.
Over Fred Johnson,
that's having Fred Johnson at South Carolina. That's having Devontae Floyd at Duke.
Yeah.
That's having Ari Wofford. Yeah. That's having Isaiah Simmons. That's having Dylan Gold, Kendall Daniels. Yeah. We can keep going across the board. Levante Bond. Yeah. What Leslie brings us, he's very valuable to what we do. Everybody else can talk about those names and people names. Leslie is our guy. We're gonna ride with him. He's one of our forces on defense. He's going to bring it every night. You can look at him and think that it's going to be an easy matchup, an easy task. Leslie's nothing to play with. He's a guy.
I'll save your quarterback in a second, but David McDaniel Jr. tonight had a breakout night. We know about LeBron Bond for you. Tonight he gets 8 catches for 95 yards, a new guy in your system, and you saw this coming. His dad was a player back in the day too, like yourself, catching the ball. He had a breakout night.
Yeah, I would just like to say I was okay.
Okay. Can you beat Dame Jr. and Dame Sr.? I don't know.
Hey, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We have to line it up and see. But no. Dame has been phenomenal. Great coachable kid. I just remember when me and his father were teammates. And
that was at Hampton, right?
Yeah, at Hampton, and to now like to see little Dame come out there and watch his dad play. I remember him as little Dame, and now like to be able to coach him is cool. It's a cool experience. But he came to play today. And he knows what the offense entails. So today was his night. He played well. It's no surprise. I mean, he's another stud.
And lastly, I said the best for last. Arturo Newkirk quietly throws for 320 yards and 4 touchdowns tonight, 4 different receivers, and it feels like as he goes, you go, but he does it in such a quiet manner and doesn't care about the limelight, does he?
No, that's not Torrey. Torrey's a very laid back, casual type of guy, but super competitive, which is what I love about him. He's one of the best that I could say that I've ever had. Just his composure, his leadership, his play and production. But it's gonna be no surprise. But like I said, right now we're 2-0. He's trying to lead his team to another 15-0 season and trying to get us to a state championship. Not many can say that they've done that, and it'll be the first time in program history. So, when it comes to the likes of people who's left, and you talk about like Keandre Lambert and legendary guys, Torrey has a chance to create his own conversation with what's going on.
And I'm sure you're glad to be 2-0 with the horse and the buggy and all that from Dinwiddie coming to your place as opposed to going there. We'll see you next week.
No question. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.